I wanted to do a little bit of a longer form factor, and I asked people in my comments if they wanted me to do a longer form factor, and I got a lot of replies. So here is the longer form factor breakdown of what is going on in this video. I'm not going to really critique the pool, like, okay, he's at a pool table, but let's go through the video and actually see what he's talking about.
Did you know you've been shutting down your computer wrong your whole life?
First thing I'm going to critique is he's talking about a feature that has only been out since Windows 8, which came out in October 2012, I do believe. So, unless you've only been using computers since Windows 8 came out, and you've only been using Windows computers, you haven't been shutting down your computer wrong your whole life. This is a new feature. This isn't something old to the beginning of time.
This fate doesn't actually shut down your computer. I just turned on my...
He's kind of right, and he's kind of wrong. We'll explain that once I talk about what it actually does when you hit that button.
PC, and we have 9 hours of uptime. Okay, to shut down your PC properly, you actually need to press and hold Shift and click on Shutdown. While this is shutting down? Yes, sir. Okay, now let's check the uptime. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, first try. Let's go! To check the watch time...
It seems like his computer takes an extremely long time to boot up, which is probably because of what he just did on how he shut down his computer.
Control, Shift, and Escape. You go to Performance on the top, and here's the watch time. It's restarted. Hope you enjoyed this video and shared it with PC users.
Okay, so what is he actually talking about here? He is talking about what can be called hybrid shutdown, hybrid sleep, or fast startup. Microsoft prefers the term fast startup because that's what usually the users see, is the fact that their computer is starting up a lot faster. Here is an actual reply to an answer, or an answer to a question about fast startup and the difference between normal shutdown and hybrid sleep. It's kind of breaking down what the difference is and what hybrid shutdown is. And it's a pretty good article. I'll link this down below. So when your computer does a hybrid shutdown, it is actually not really shutting down. It's going into hibernation. It's storing the stuff that it doesn't actually need to shut down, the stuff that doesn't ever need to restart, in storage. It's just taking it out of RAM, putting it into the hard drive or SSD. The benefit of this is your computer starts up a lot faster than it used to. Whenever you have to start up your computer from cold, like the first time you start it up, or if you're on a laptop and it's after your laptop battery died, you'll notice the startup time is longer than when you're doing this type of a shutdown. It's because all those little things that don't really need to restart are already running. They're just having to be taken off the shelf, which is your hard drive or SSD, and put back into RAM. This makes things run a lot smoother and a lot faster because not everything is trying to start up at the same exact time. Some stuff doesn't have to start up at all anymore. There are a few downsides, but mainly only super technical ones. One of the downsides is if you are using dual boot, like if you have Linux or another operating system alongside Windows, then this can run into issues for you because technically it's hibernating, and a computer doesn't really like being told that an operating system is hibernating, then you go into another operating system. That creates issues. Your computer tends to freak out a lot of the time. The other issue that this causes is for simple data recovery, like what I do in my shop. Normally, when I take a customer's laptop or computer and they need data off of it, I will plug it into my system and see what data I can grab using Linux. This is a bit of an issue because Linux does not want to load up a hard drive that is said to be in hibernation. Those files are pretty much locked in that mode. So aside from those two things, I don't really see a downside of fast startup. I actually have it turned off on my system because I have an older system and it wasn't liking some of the stuff that was going on with fast startup, but now that I've upgraded my system, it runs perfectly fine with it. I just still have it turned off because I do a lot of video editing and a lot of high-end type stuff that fills up the RAM. It just bogs down the system, and I need that all flushed out. The other way you can flush all of that stuff out is doing a restart. The restart button is just the same as a full shutdown and coming back, because they knew they needed a way to fix some of those minor issues. That's why IT technicians will ask, have you rebooted? They're not asking if you have shut down and started it back up. They are literally asking you, have you hit the restart button? Have you used that specific button? Because that will flush out your system and make it work better. That's why there's the joke where IT guys can see the uptime, like on my computer here. I can see the uptime of my processor, and it still says that after a shutdown. My computer wouldn't say that because I went through the steps that I'm about to show you on how to actually turn this off. So if you actually want to turn this feature off and have your computer a little bit slower, like you saw in the video where he had enough time to go and flip his water bottle and film it, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to open up your control panel, and in the search box, you're going to look for power options. In here, you're going to see one that says choose what the power button does. On this page, you will find a button for turn on fast startup. If it is checked, go ahead and uncheck it if you don't want to have fast startup on. Honestly, I recommend having it on, but everyone is allowed to do what they want with their computers. This feature is actually pretty good. If you want a somewhat pseudo version of this feature while still turning that on, so the shutdown button actually turns it off, then go ahead and click on hibernate right there. That'll give you the hibernate option as well. It doesn't do everything that fast startup does. It doesn't fully shut down your computer and all of the stuff that needs to be shut down when you shut it down, but it will still put things into hibernate so you can quickly get back to work right then and there. It's better than sleep because it's not using power. Everything is stored in the drive, so if you're on a laptop and your battery dies, you're not risking losing anything or having anything go wrong. But I do recommend using fast startup. It is nice. That is everything that I have for you guys. If you want me to do more content like this, please let me know in the comments below. If you see videos that you want me to debunk, please put them in the comments below or send me a message. Either way, I will go through them. I will look at them, and I will try to debunk them. There are some times that I find videos that are completely accurate, just very clickbaity in how they phrase things. Aside from that, I hope you guys like these videos. I am planning on doing some more. I'm literally going to record a couple right now. If you want to see more of my content, go over to TikTok. There is 3 years worth of it at this point. If you want to hear the insane ramblings that go on in my head, then go over to Twitter, where I post frequently just random stuff that comes into my head, or random thoughts that I have, or really cool news stories that I find out about. If you want easy access to any of that stuff, just go to thebeardeditguy.me, and that will take you directly to my Beacons page. They are awesome. They actually sent me over this card that I am currently filming videos about, because this is an NFC card, so I can just tap it to a phone, and the person who's holding that phone will get all of my contact information and my links and everything like that, because it takes you directly to my Beacons page. On there, you can find stuff like my TikTok, my Twitch, my YouTube, my Twitter, and my email, because businesses like to email me, and it's easy to have it on there. You can also find my P.O. box that you can send stuff to if you want to send me fun stuff for me to show off on a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.